We coming in live with a hot 45. We got a hot 45 for y'all today because I got training, so we want to make sure we still kept it lit and came in today. So, welcome to another live episode of No Cap Live with KC and Coach P. We are bringing it to you live and direct as we always do. Hopefully, we get y'all there in the chat, rocking with us like y'all always do. If you miss it, make sure you get it on the playback. But this is No Cap Live. What's up with my partner, man?
Oh, man, hold on. Gotta do it right.
Where the fuck you live? Niggas gotta chill with talking gangster. You should just thank us. Humble yourselves a little bit. This ain't the same Sean that you knew once. I don't shine shoes, This ain't what you want.
Come on, man. That's that Drake right there and Jay-Z.
Drake and Jay-Z, I don't think I ever heard that song right there.
Called Love All.
Love All. And sticking true to the script, you know, Casey came in hot with his music selection of the day. What made you choose that song right there? Just the bars, and not what had you?
I like Jay, but just what he was saying in there, you know what I'm saying? You do so much for people, and then and niggas want to kick it with the people that want to do bad by you, and niggas want to kick it with them, and then so they're your friends. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I like the way he said that in there. So yeah, what's up with my partner though, man? I know we on a quick one.
You know, man, we hitting them with a quick one today. You know, hitting them with a quick one. But man, all is well. You know, just in here. Obviously I'm in the studio today. You know, doing what I do, changing lives for the better, one life at a time, including yours and mine. You know what I'm saying, man?
Because shirt too there. That's a new one.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't wear it often, but yeah, you can consider it new.
Okay, it's new to the channel.
Hey,
sure. You been watching the finals, the playoffs?
I have not. Only like playback clips. I'm kind of disappointed right now, though.
And who?
Since Ant knocked off the Warriors, technically because you know we didn't really get a full series. I wanted Ant to go ahead and get his ring this year. I was rooting for him to do so. I feel like whoever wins, you know, me personally, I feel like whoever wins between those two teams, OKC and the Timberwolves, actually has the best shot. This game still got to be played, but has the best shot to win the actual NBA Finals, whoever comes out of the Western Conference. But it's looking like it's going to be coming out the West.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking it's gonna be Indiana.
I mean, that's why I said I didn't say definite because you definitely got Indiana coming strong. But man, I was rooting for Anthony Edwards. Long story short.
Yeah. No, that's all good. I wasn't because once they beat the Warriors, fuck them. But Indiana and New York got the best series going on right now. For real. They the best series. So I think Indiana up 3-1. So shit is over with for New York, but Indiana look real tough. I don't think OKC can beat them.
3-1.
I don't think OKC can beat them, bro. I think it's gonna be a good series, but I don't think. And I know everybody's saying OKC gonna win, but I don't think OKC can beat them, bro.
I don't know who's gonna win, but I do know this: one of those two franchises is about to get a ring, which is crazy because think about all of the people who came through. Well, not all, but think about some of the players who came through those franchises and wasn't able to get a ring. OKC, you had the big three before it was even a big three, but that was their fault because they wasn't starting James Harden. But you had James Harden, you had Kevin Durant, and you had
Russell Wilson.
Westbrook. All drafted players. This wasn't no.
And they had Serge Ibaka.
And they had Serge Ibaka down for defense and other key role players. But the coaching and the management didn't manage the talent well enough or whatever it was. And then they all went where they went. And what's his name went over to Houston, became a star player, but he was already a star there. Then you got Indiana. You talking about Reggie Miller and all the pieces they put around them. So for one of these two teams to just come out and out of nowhere and just be in a position not only to win a ring this year, but you're talking about they may have the opportunity to win future rings. That says something about either the talent of what's there now today or the overall talent and the competitiveness of the NBA.
And niggas don't like Halliburton. Niggas be hating on Halliburton. Halliburton is busting New York ass right now. Oh, your shit, your member finna be there.
No. No. She just walked in and I'm looking like, didn't nobody tell you to buy that? Ain't you doing something? Hey, don't be talking in the background. Nobody tell you to buy that. What are you doing? All right, go ahead.
Hey, listen. I was riding today, right? I was riding in my car in my truck rather, and as we've been going on with our shop and always talking about healing and shit, different parts of healing. That's what we do.
Yeah.
So I started thinking to myself today, as I go on this healing journey, I had got some clarity from a lot of things. A lot of things start kind of unwinding and unfolding. So when I was riding today, I said to myself, damn, if something happened to me on one of these late nights or truck breakdown or I'm stuck or stranded somewhere, who can I call? To help me?
Who can I call?
Who can I call?
You know who? You.
Huh?
You know who can call you?
Everybody calls. Everybody call. But who the fuck can I call if something goes wrong? I was married for 12 years and I couldn't call my ex-wife to come get me.
Mm.
So who the fuck can I call? If I'm waiting or I'm stranded somewhere, who do I pick up the phone and I know is going to come get me or going to come help me? And the answer that I came up with is nobody. I have to depend on me.
Wrong again about what? And then he said AAA. You can call AAA.
This motherfucker. Not at 3 o'clock in the morning, they can't get my truck.
But what you say?
My truck. They can't get my truck at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Steve Bell, in the chat, let us know what you mean by wrong again. But go ahead, keep going, Casey.
Yeah, but that was the answer for me. I can't call nobody. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be on me. Something don't go right, I gotta fix that. I gotta get myself home. I gotta get myself to everything. And it's been like that for me for over 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Over 20 years, it's always just been me depending on me, but me being dependable for everybody else. And then it makes me question if nobody's going to come help me when I need it,
mm-hmm.
If nobody's going to come help me when I need the help, but I can help everybody,
mm-hmm.
Why the fuck do I give a fuck about what other people think about me or what other people say about me if they can't even help me in my time of need? What did he say? Facts.
What you mean? You wrong again. What you mean wrong? You put Minnesota.
Oh, this motherfucker said Minnesota. Boy, Minnesota is done.
You saying Minnesota go win? Is that what you mean? I mean, that's what I want, but they would have to. They down 3-1. Sis said facts because she ain't in Georgia, so that's the only reason why what you saying is true.
Yeah.
And she's in CA, you in GA.
Right, but even you know what? That's the accurate statement. Only her I can call. Shit, I can't even really call my mom at that time. Like, hey, mom, come get me. You know what I'm saying? So who do you call? You call you. And I said to myself, you know what? If I gotta just depend on me for shit, then why the fuck am I finna keep wasting my time doing for other motherfuckers?
You know, I can understand what you're saying, and it oftentimes feels like it doesn't feel like the reality when you look at it is that the person that you can depend on the most or have to rely on for everything is yourself, and it's not many people that you can go to and pull from. I think some of that too, as I'm saying this though, is I don't want to say self-inflicted, but I want to say created by the individual ourselves because we want to be able to rely on ourselves first and foremost. We don't want to have to be somebody who's solely dependent like other individuals on somebody else to do something, because at times in our lives when we had probably to depend on someone else, it didn't turn out the way we would have wanted it to turn out, right? So we impose those demands on ourselves to adapt to being reliable on ourselves so that we don't have to rely on someone else like a lot of other people that we know who may rely on us and others as their outlet, because it comes across as a form of weakness and you know how it's turned out before. However, that doesn't excuse the fact of feeling like, well, yes, I depend on myself, but there becomes this expectation of, okay, now that I'm normally the one who is the dependable one for everybody else, it becomes this expectation and realization of what do I get back for that? What is my return on investment? Because everything is an investment. Time, money, effort, energy. You know what I mean? You're depositing these things to get a return. So where does my return come from? And a lot of times it's very difficult to see that return coming from people in any form of help because they really may not even know how to help you. You know, at certain levels, people can't help these problems. You know, some of the problems that individuals have, they can't help these problems.
Right.
Because they can't even understand it. What do you, what? You got what? What you talking about?
Right.
They help, you know, it's certain people, if they hit, like if you hit me and be like, P, woo, 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 or I hit you like KC, woo, 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 it's like, I'm glad my partner hit me because that means he sees me on a level of a person that can help him with these type of problems. You know what I mean? If vice versa, you know, like if I hit C Bill and I be like, C Bill, you know, or C Bill, matter of fact, better if C Bill ever hit me, I would be like, oh shit. Not that I'm happy that he's having any type of issue, but more that like he respects me enough to say, P, how can you help me with this? What's up with my partner, man?
See, Bill, your ass is crazy. Because first off, Oklahoma City ain't winning nothing.
Shout out
they
to
can't beat Indiana.
Making memes in the building, man. We on my podcast right now. You got some young fella with
it. Yeah. OKC can't rock with Indiana right now, brother. Indiana is on the fire. And the other thing is, what P was talking about. Yeah, I get all that. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing. We all want somebody that we can fall back on. I know what you're saying, C-Bell. You know, ain't no returns. I know, because you got to go on this journey on your own. But damn, don't you want somebody to goddamn fall back on? Don't you want to be able to have somebody you can talk to? Somebody you can lean on when the shit rough? Somebody who understands. It's cool, like, yeah, like you say, P, I can call my sister all day. See, I need this. My sister can call me all day. I can call certain people. I can call you. P, what's happening all day? 100, you don't want that smoke, brother. You don't want it.
No, see,
Holla at me. We got 2 more games because Minnesota's out of there tonight and New York out of there tomorrow.
Us not here for returns. Get over it. Yo, Pops is talking real quick.
Yeah, but crazy, man. You see how Halliburton out there playing. But anyway, listen. Don't we all want somebody we can call back on, fall back on? Don't you want to pick up that phone at 3 o'clock in the morning and know you got somebody there that'll be like, hey, I'm on my way. Don't you?
It's definitely a good feeling.
But where the fuck do we get it from? And then you try to go find you a little whoop whoop and say, I'm gonna get this because she'll do it for me if I get her do her right. But then you be sitting over there, looking like, man, this motherfucker can't even help me with the problem. Some of the time the problems that we have is like speaking Chinese to people.
Yes.
And because we know that we can't call on nobody and rely on nobody, we become the best hustlers that we can be. All we got is we got to hustle, because if we stop, if at any moment we don't continue to do what we're doing expeditiously, we will have nothing and we will lose it all, because can't nobody come save us. If they put us in the middle of the ocean, I don't know how many times you done been in the middle, felt like you was in the middle of the ocean drowning, just breathing water, barely making it, but nobody know. And they still call you and ask you to do shit. Even the motherfuckers who do know still call you and ask you to do shit. Know you over there fucked up and still will call you and be like, hey, can you do this one? And you know what? The people that we are, we do it. We do it. And then we fucked up over here. They cool, but we can't call and get the same thing in return. So that's what I was thinking. So why are we letting people, man, I was talking to somebody the other day and the motherfucker said something. She didn't say something, or they didn't say something, right?
Good dad, bad son on the check-in.
Oh, what's up with it?
Oh, that's the podcast you be going on?
Yeah.
What's up with it?
Yeah.
Thanks for checking in, man.
They came on an early one. Y'all go watch Good Dad Bad Son too. That should be funny.
Yeah.
My
Good
guy.
Dad Bad Son. How many times have you been on there, Casey?
Maybe
times.
5, 6.
5, 6. So y'all make sure y'all go check them out. They
CJ and Will.
Casey as a guest, so you could definitely go check them out. I just sent her a text.
Hey, but yeah, if y'all ain't got nobody y'all can call on, you know what? I will put my number in the chat so y'all can call on me. But the reality is, at a certain time, I don't answer the phone.
I don't answer.
I answer the phone for 3 people. My 2 boys and 4 people. Well, I answer the phone for those who need to answer the phone for.
Yeah.
You call at a certain time. Hey, go ahead. What you got, P? Because I know you. Nah, she said, nah, don't do that. I ain't gonna put it out there. I might got people on here who be looking for my shit. P, what you got? Because I know your people that came in there.
No, I mean, I think you're speaking to a lot of people when you say you got individuals, being an individual who feel like everybody, calls on you. It's a lot of people who can relate to that. And then when you turn around and try to look at it like, damn, well, if and when I need something, or when you do need something, who can you call on? And you really be looking right back at yourself. I think that's a common thing that more people than you think can relate to. You know what I mean? Where they feel like, damn, it's really just me when it comes down to it. That has to hold everything down. I don't think it's necessarily a problem to be in that position, but it can be irritating at times. It can be irritating at times because you start to feel like, okay, you got these individuals who just, it's definitely a blessing. It's a blessing to be in that position for sure. It doesn't change the fact that sometimes you have those human moments where you feel like there's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely a blessing to be. I'd rather be in that position, blessed to be in the position to where I can help others than always have to be in a position to where I always need help.
Shit, you ain't gotta be in a position always. That's accurate, actually. But you still want somebody that can that you can just, hey, I need you real quick. You know what I'm saying? You still want that one person, especially when you for my occupation. When you on that road, in that truck all hours of the night, anything can happen. You know how many car accidents I done seen sitting on that road, and people just dumb shit, how people drive. Anything can happen. And if something happens, who do I call? How would that message get back to my kids if I can't make it back? Who's checking on me at that point? You know what I'm saying? I make sure that I'm gonna check on me. I make sure I get where I gotta go and drive and do everything that I have to do to make sure that I arrive to and from safely. But in the event that something happens, who the fuck do you call?
Them shirts.
And then you start trying to find, let me get this little girl right here. I can probably make her and be with her and make her feel cool, and she'll ride with me and she'll pick up and do all this shit. And then you get with this motherfucker and they be some bullshit too. And then you like, well, motherfucker, hey, you tell a motherfucker, oh, I don't even want to go into that one yet.
Hey, but those people are actually quality people and hard to come by too. And sometimes it's not somebody that you even date. It could be an actual just like friend. What happens though sometimes is, let's say that friend is of the opposite sex, right? And they really just a friend, and you got to cherish those people. But then sometimes what happens is those individuals could be friends of the opposite sex, somebody that you ain't even looking at like that in that way, but you can call on them, but then they get married. Now they do like, you can't be calling on this person, so those people, or it could be somebody who just is your partner that you can call on, but they move like sis, they live on the other side of the country. You know what I mean? So it's not always that the people, you don't have people to call on. Sometimes it's just that they may be in different chapters of their life where the people who you would call on like that are not always available because of circumstances that change their life. So holding on to those people and knowing who they are when you have them and not abusing that recognition of who those people are is very important, because a lot of times people have had that one person in their life who they could call on like that, but they don't even really trip off of it. You feel me? They just like, it's whatever. And then when that shit is gone, they be like, damn, I didn't realize that was a person I could depend on like that.
Because you don't never want to feel like you don't never want to feel like I owe you if I call you. I know I don't. I don't never want to feel like if I got to reach out to somebody, I don't never want to feel like I'm indebted to a person. I owe you now. Now you got something, because now I'm going to feel like I got to pay you back.
Yeah.
I'm not a good receiver in that sense. I'm not a good receiver in taking gifts. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see. We'll see.
See, but that's because I'm so used to going out here and getting everything by myself.
That's kind of what I was talking about in the beginning, though.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not a good receiver at, hey, help me. You know what I'm saying? Help, because I don't want, fuck that. I'll go get it by myself.
See,
you know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I'm going to get it, because guess what? I don't want you holding nothing over my head if you do something for me.
So let me do what you do.
Go
Play
run it.
advocate, right? Because you saying something, basically you answering your own question.
I know.
All right. So look, how does a person, if they wanted to be that person for you, if they recognize that in you, like you just said yourself, that you're not a good receiver like that, how does that person open up to even do that? They might feel intimidated or not comfortable enough to be like, I want to give you this, because they might feel like you're not going to receive it.
Sometimes, P, don't ask questions.
Right?
You know,
so it could be somebody sitting waiting that kind of want to do that, right? But if they recognize, like you just said, that you're not necessarily open to receiving like that, they might be intimidated and fall back before they come forward. So then you got to call AAA.
Shit, I call Triple K. Me, shit, 3 times. Hey, you know what? It's hard to say that, because I don't know. I don't know how somebody can break over that wall. Like, it's a wall that I gotta let down.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I met nobody trustworthy enough for me to let my wall down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sounds fucked up, but I'm being honest, right?
No,
Because
comment.
Call your lawyer, police, bail bondsman, insurance company. You
give me all the answers. Whatever situation it is.
Nigga, you got people to call.
Your bail bondsman, your insurance company, that's all you damn need is basically God. That's what he's saying.
He gonna say drop it off at his door and run. Shit, nah, listen. I don't know what I want. I don't know what she gotta do to make me say, hey, you can give me things, and I'll give you things, and I'll feel some kind of way. It always feels like just because that's fucking hard, because that's a hard fucking wall to let down, right? Because if you're so used to being you,
all walls are.
But shit, this
one
is
at
another
a time.
one.
It
One
just,
at a time.
One at a time. It just depends if you're ready to actually let that particular wall down. Ain't no wall easy to let down. It's just if you're ready.
But that's what you just said was, how can they get in? Shit,
yeah.
you got to get over a couple more walls. I got to be able to trust you. Dead ass. See, not because you just hit it on the head when you said it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of walls, but it's a wall behind the wall behind the wall.
Okay.
I'm guarded.
But the easiest way to, if you're asking a question, the solution is always in the problem, but the problem is identifying exactly what the problem is and having the courage to put the work in to get the solution out of the problem. So if you just identify the answer to your question, now is, anybody, not just you, we're using you as an example, do you want to allow that work to be done? And again, not you, just anybody in particular. Or do you prefer to keep them walls up because it ain't their job to hurdle the walls? No. If the walls is up, that's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make it an obstacle for people to hurdle. But
right.
At the same token, you can't say, then why doesn't this come easily? Because you got the walls up. If you want it to come easier, let the walls down.
Now, you let the walls down, then you become vulnerable. So now you can say, hey, You done played in my face 27 times. So I put this wall up, and there's one thing, what I've been working on lately, something I've been working on, and I hear it a lot of people working on, boundaries. That word been coming out a lot with people, boundaries. You start setting boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And a boundary is still a wall. No matter if you say wall or boundary, it's still people set a boundary. This is the wall, don't cross it. This is the line, don't cross it. You know what I'm saying? You start, for me anyway, you start saying to yourself, what have you shown me that say that I can trust you?
Yes.
What have you burned? What about you says it's okay to let this guard down? And then the question in that would be like, well, how you gonna know if you can trust me if you don't let the wall down?
Well, no, you're right. You got to recognize it in them. That's what I was saying before. Like, it's very difficult to have those individuals because it ain't a lot of people you can trust like that, but you got to recognize it in them. And when you do, then it's up to you to make the decision of, oh, I recognize this in this individual. We're not talking about just any and everybody. We're talking about quality, rare individuals that you would allow to be in your life in that way. So it's not everybody, you feel me? But are you open to seeing who that 1 in a million person is? Or are you just all the way guarded from everybody? And then when that person come and then they leave, you're like, damn, that was them. It ain't everybody.
But if you let them leave, nope. Because if you let them leave for a reason. Here's the thing for me anyway. When I get good quality people in my life, I try to hold on to them. And that's why the circle is so small, because it's not a lot. So if it was something that made them leave, then they wasn't supposed to be there. And I learned that just recently too. God won't let it be no peace if it's not for you. If it's not for you, no matter how much you try to make it stay. If it ain't no peace there, if it ain't for you, it won't stay. And so if they left, it's a reason they left. And so you might say, damn, what did they do? They made me not trust them. They couldn't cross another wall. They maybe crossed the low wall. Like you say, you got to let the wall down. It ain't their job to hurt them. So sometimes we'll let the wall down a little bit so they can cross it. You know what I'm saying? Or get across. But on the other hand,
you go any one of them homes too.
You know what I'm saying? On the other hand, they get to the next one, they can't get past that one. So now they stuck, and now we gotta let them exit.
Yeah. Well,
go ahead.
Speaking from experience, I've seen where there was an individual that provided a lot of that, and it was a good quality. And then when that person was gone, it was like, damn. And not that I didn't recognize it, I recognized it when I had it, but I recognized even more how hard it is to get when it's not available. Right? So when it was available, I utilized it, I appreciated it. When it was no longer available, it stuck out like a sore thumb how valuable it was. So just speaking from experience, those people are rare. And so for me, it was like, man, I probably should have fought just a little bit more to not fought, but I probably could have opened up the door for that door not to close. Not that it was nothing that myself or the individual did wrong, just not keeping those lines of communication open to say, hey, you are actually this person for me. So whatever goes on, I appreciate that. Like identifying that. So put it like this, when you find that person, it male or female, whoever it is that you can call on like that, be sure to communicate that you know that that's that. Don't just appreciate it from afar like you appreciate it. Be sure to say, because how difficult it is to find that person, say, hey, you know what? It ain't many people that I trust like this. It ain't many people that's loyal like that. It ain't many people that have the skill sets that I need that you provide in my life that I can actually go to and give me the answers that I'm looking for or the additional whatever I need. It's not many people. So I'm letting you know that that person for me is you, and I appreciate it. You know what I mean? And so I don't give a fuck what happens if you move across the globe or if you get into whatever happens. You know, I appreciate that, and I would like to keep that communication open for what it is. You know, communicate it.
But do that open up a line of do that, 'cause, yeah, don't that open up a line like you let a motherfucker, the closest people to you, it's the ones who stab you in the back the hardest. Ain't that kind of letting that in? Because you, I mean, I'm always gonna think the opposite because that's why it's a wall. It's a wall for a reason, right? It's a wall, bro. So you're protecting yourself. This is the point of the wall, to protect you. I get what you're saying. You're coming from the good part where it's like, hey, express it, tell them. But on the other hand, I'm saying the other side is why a nigga won't do it. This is why it won't happen, or why it would be the wall there, because now you would think, I done told this person this. Are they gonna try to take advantage of me now?
But now, if that is the case, then you got to think, how much do you trust yourself? Not just the other individual. Because at the end of the day, it's you making the decision on who you let in that way. So yes, it is a trust factor for the individual, but it's also a trust factor for yourself. Do you trust yourself enough to say, hey, this is not me being vulnerable, this is me being wise? Do I trust myself enough to make this decision knowing that this is a wise decision for me? Because think about it, forget about it in a personal sense. Think about it in a business way. If you want to scale, I'm talking about scaling up, right?
Okay, I'm with you.
So talking about scaling up in life is one of the most difficult things to do is scale up. Right. Because building a team is very difficult to do, right? Putting trustworthy, reliable, accountable people into position who do a great job and play their position very well, that's one of the hardest things to do in life. But it is possible, even just on a corporate standpoint, like business, right? Scaling up. So when you look at it like that, you got to trust yourself to be able to handpick your team to help you scale up. And part of scaling up is when you need things done, when you need to call on someone, you're not just calling on them when things are bad. You're calling on them so things don't get bad. You're calling on them because they help things to stay good or go to scale up, to keep going. It doesn't have to be someone you call on when something happens. It's somebody you call on because you're making things happen. So that's a gift for you, being great at picking people to put in those positions, not just protecting yourself against people being in those positions. You're great. It's a skill set to be able to handpick people and put in those positions to help you make things happen, not just prepare for if and when things happen. We building, we're working to make things happen versus just what if something happens. And it's a skill set for you as an individual to be able to go out there and handpick those individuals who can build with you and make those things happen. So think of it in a way of scaling up, not just what if something happens.
Some people scale up too fast. Some people scale up too fast. I see it all the time. I see people scale up way too fast and then regret it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm using that because in business, I see people scale up fast and then it overwhelms them. So even with the friendship, like I agree with you, pick your people wisely. And that's why I said, you know what I'm saying? You still got to have you can be guarded. Even if you got a wall up, I'm pretty sure it's a door or something that somebody can get in still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start ciphering through the people. It's not really being insecure, because that's what Flo say. You got to get it past that insecurity. It's not really insecurity. What it is, it's a guarded position. It's a hey, and this is the real shit. A lot of us already been through a lot of shit. A lot of shit. So once you go through a whole lot of shit, you start trying to stay away from shit. Man, I done been through too much shit, so I don't want to go through no more shit. You can't completely get away from bullshit, period, but you start doing your best to limit the amount of bullshit that you got to deal with. So you start putting up these walls, and we all got walls. Not everybody gonna get in and come just know everything about P or come know everything about me or nobody. It's gonna be some parts that you like, yeah, ain't nobody. Oh, she said I don't see her comments. I don't see. Let me see. Hey, you see a comment? Hold on, I gotta go back in there. But She said we don't see her comments. I didn't see it.
Who is she?
I forgot what she said. Her screen name, Dorian Bell or something like Dorian.
I don't see Dorian Bill.
I don't know. I don't see it. But what I was saying, P, I lost my train of thought trying to read. But we keep this wall with people. It's meant for us to keep it to protect ourselves. We start letting certain people in, and we're gonna, just like you say with the scaling up. You find the person, and when they come, you hold on to them. That don't mean just because you hella cool with them that you're gonna let them get over all the walls. Like I say, it's many walls. Like you said, it's many walls. Motherfuckers gonna get over certain walls a little bit better than others. Some walls gonna be a little bit more difficult to get over, and that's, you know what I'm saying, for me. How many motherfuckers can get over all the walls or get to the walls where I need the motherfuckers at? Now I can open up the door and say, "Oh, y'all come in." But then what I'm dealing with at that point.
But see, I guess when I say scaling up, it would never. So when I say scaling up, I also mean that an individual is playing a particular position. This is their calling. This is their gift. This is what they bring to the table. I have no expectations of them to do something outside of what they bring to the table. That's for me to find another individual to scale up with. The difference between awareness and fear is perception and energy. How you utilize that energy. It's like positive and negative. You can flip the coin, and on either side of the coin, you get one or the other. So it's really just a process of energy and how you utilize it, right? A person can take the same thing that they could use for good, they could use in a not so good way, or the same thing that is intended to be, a great thing could become, like, some people are super competitive, but sometimes people can let their competitive spirit cause them to beat themselves up if they don't succeed, right? But it's good to be competitive when you use it as a great energy. So it's just a flip of the coin of what side of energy you train your brain to utilize that energy in, right?
Right.
So you can be aware of something. It doesn't mean that you have to necessarily fear it, but you can be aware of it, conscious of it, and make a conscious effort to utilize that awareness in a way that's beneficial to you. But yeah, I think one person, I guess this is the way to look at it. One person ain't gonna solve everything. One person not gonna be there for everything, because that one person might only be great for conversation. They might only be great for listening. So if you need somebody to talk to, you need somebody that's going to be a good listener, you call that person. If you need somebody that's going to be able to come up with quick decisions and good decisions that help you get out of, when you're trying to figure out something and create, and they're like, "Oh, this is what you should do," and they get good ideas, you call that person. That's your good idea person. If you have somebody who's great with managing money and you working on managing money and saving money and putting money up, you call that person. You know what I mean? If you have somebody that's good with meditation and controlling their energy and anxiety and not being anxious about things, you call that person. So that's what I mean by scaling up. You find people who have gifts and recognize their own gifts in themselves, and they're willing to utilize their gifts. And if you recognize those gifts in those people just like they do, and you're blessed enough to be able to have those people come and utilize their gifts in your circle, then you bring them in. But you don't expect them to do things outside of their gift.
Yeah. We got our circles. We got our business and people that we deal with. But it's still certain levels of walls that certain people, you try to, get people there. Flo, what's the difference between awareness and fear? Fear is an emotion. Awareness is an action. We being aware. We're looking around and make sure. Fear is saying, "Hey, this is how I'm scared of this. I want to be scared of this today. Like I want to be cold of this, or I want to be sad today. I want to be scared today. I want to be happy today." It's an emotion. You know what I'm saying? But being aware is you being on your P's and Q's and being aware of people around you.
Mm-hmm.
You still got to use both of them. Like fear, for one, fear is not a bad thing. You got to have a certain level of fear in life to heighten your awareness, so you can be more on your P's and Q's. Don't mean you got to be scary, but it's okay to, if you know everybody got guns in here, you don't want to be the toughest nigga in the room when everybody got guns.
Yeah.
Knowing that you can get shot. Come on. One gun can drop and shoot somebody. Wow. A nigga playing with a bomb. It's okay to be scared that this nigga playing with a bomb. You know what I'm saying? It's an emotion. But being aware, my emotions just made me aware that this nigga got a bomb and he's playing with it. That's the action. I'm aware. So now I know how to move. You know what I'm saying? So every emotion, every action is needed at some point in time. And somebody's going to jump the walls and get through the walls. Everybody's not going to find the doors. Everybody's not going to get over the walls. And that's okay. The whole point I'm saying is motherfuckers got to work to get over these walls. And really, at the end of the day, the person who you can count on and know that's going to have your back through all this shit is you. That was the whole point. The only person, for me, at least I think so, the only person I know for a fact that's not going to let me down is me. You
but if you are, but awareness, speaking of fear and how it relates to fear, if you are aware of a fear, right? If you are aware of an issue or if you are aware of a problem, the decision, how you decide to take action is up to you. So you can be aware of a fear. You are sometimes people not even aware that this is something they're afraid of. Are you afraid of letting down these walls in this particular instance? Is that something you're actually afraid of? And are you aware that you're afraid of it?
There go Angel right there.
Huh?
That's because we put our expectations in everything but God. There go Angel. She came in. That's who was asking about the comment.
Oh, yeah, but in any case, when I was talking about the flip of the coin, it's just really how you handle that energy. How you handle that energy. It's up to you. Yeah. I got 2 minutes.
Hey man, we're gonna get up out of here because look, Vincent from Miami said he want to box. He want to learn to box.
Oh,
so Vincent, we didn't talk about no boxing, but Bud Crawford, Ted, Terrence, he gonna beat the shit out of Canelo. That's our boxing talk.
So yeah, boxing, you know, we do boxing training in here in the studio. We also do it online as well. But in general, Vincent from Miami, we have open discussions about any questions that individuals had. And this discussion that you just came in on was actually a question from one of the hosts, which is KC. That's KC. I'm Coach Pete. This is No Cap. So welcome, since this is your first time to No Cap. Since you're here, make sure you like and subscribe and bring your questions anytime. And we are here to answer those questions whenever you have. Nothing that we take off the table, because this is No Cap. No Cap spelled with a K-N-O-W. That's the knowledge and wisdom of KC and Parrish. That's KC. I'm Coach Pete.
Come on with it. And we're going to be back on. Since we only gave y'all 45 minutes today, Sunday, we really had a good conversation for y'all today, but
we're going to hold that off.
Yeah, come on with it. We on Sunday, though.
You talked about me and you talked about.
Yeah. That's why I didn't bring it up today. You know what I'm saying? Because I said I'm going to wait till we got time when we can really, you feel me?
Yeah, that's going to be an hour and 30, hour and 45-minute show right there.
Hey, Vincent, hey, man, make sure you come back, man. Tell your friends to come on. Listen, we talk about everything. We game. We give y'all a game every time. We're going to give you a message. You don't know what today going to bring, but you always going to catch a message from us. We're going to give you something that you can go back home with it, man. So tune back in, man. We ain't slapping today, but.
Got that, honey?
You got that, honey?
Hey, Vincent, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe.
Ask me on Sunday.
If you got a question for us about anything, you can put it in the chat right now. We'll make sure we'll answer it the next session. I got a session right here that I'm about to start. That's the only reason why we end it early. I'm right here in my studio, my fitness studio, about to get a session in. But we'll be back on Sunday. We might come back on Friday, but just make sure you like, subscribe, bring your questions.
And Sunday, you done jumped to Friday.
We might do Friday, but if not, for sure Sunday. And C Bell said, make sure you got that 100.
Wait, nigga, let's make sure that we get the right finals. They got to be goddamn Indiana and OKC. And
if it's Indiana,
let you Sunday. If it's Indiana and OKC, nigga, we gonna run it.
Mims, who you got?
Halliburton nasty.
I told you.
He said Indiana.
Halliburton going crazy right now. Y'all better start. And Shea looking like ass.
Better than SGA and the tall white boy.
He said Indiana.
I'm trying to tell you.
You
It's
got
gonna take it to 7. It's gonna take it to 7. It's gonna go to 7. But
I'm still saying the Warriors. We ain't in it though.
hey, come on. Indiana pace is too crazy, bro. Indiana got a pace. They don't go hella fast. They don't go hella slow. They just keep the tempo the whole game and bust your ass the whole game.
They ain't got no plays though.
He said no plays though.
They ain't got no plays, but shit. Okay, see, nigga, all they can do is push Shea to the line.
It's gonna come down to who played the best defense.
No, I think we'll come down to,
that's all it's gonna be, a defensive game.
Whoever ball the hardest. I think defense
Indiana.
Rebounds is gonna play a huge and foul trouble.
Indiana. He said he got 100. He asked, he got 100 too. See, Bill just trying to nigga. That 100. See, because they like OKC slow playing ass.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get up out of here, man. Hey, y'all, we see y'all Sunday, maybe Friday, man. Thank y'all for watching.
Yes, we appreciate y'all rocking with us on this quick one. That's KC. I'm Coach P. We will see y'all in the next one. Make sure y'all bring y'all questions. This is No Cap Live. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all in the next. Maybe Friday.